there's always something that needs a little fixing on Farpoint Farms.
Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains of North Carolina. Today, I want to show off this OTC Evolve, and this has got the latest software. This is the Bravo 4.0, and this is a really nice unit. I've never really done a video on this. You know, I've made quite a few videos on the OTC Genesis and the Genesis Evo, and of course I've done some other ones, the Maxicom from Autel, and well, lots of them, to be honest with you, lots of like mid-grade scanners. But the OTC Genesis and the Maxicom DS908, those are pretty much the only pro-grade ones I've done up until now. This is the replacement for the Snap-on tool that we had. We got this fine-looking tool here at work, and I want to take a chance or take a little time here tonight to show this off and just go through it. It is now made by Bosch. OTC and Bosch kind of merged. I'm not sure which company bought which, but that is what's going on there. And it does have a programmable box here, so that's your OBD2 box, and I've got this thing plugged in, and so we can kind of go through it without actually hooking it to a car because it's after hours and I just wanted to show this thing off. But I ought to go in here and go ahead and we're gonna go ahead. I'll show you the restart procedure on this thing just to show you how long it takes to load, but let's go. You can see it doesn't have a whole long boot up time on it. And there we go. It is an Android system underneath. I'm not sure what the processing power is of this thing, but plenty of juice to get the job done. What I really like about the OTC not being like a Matco, a Mac, a Snap-on, not being like a tool truck brand, is that it really offers some universal access that some of those other tools don't offer. Namely, the ability to link directly to Identifix, which I found to be hugely convenient for me while I'm down here working at the shop. Sorry if you hear the garage doors banging in the background. It's been a pretty windy, snowy day here, actually. All right, once we're loaded up, I've got this plugged into a Subaru here in the shop, and it's amazing distance-wise how far this thing will connect. We'll go into select vehicle, and let's try auto ID. This car is right in that age range where it may or may not come up with auto. Look at that, it actually did. And I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm not gonna show you the distance, but this is on the far side of the building right now. It is inside, but it's a good 150 feet away. This is a rather large building here. So we're gonna click on that and you'll see it comes up with all the stuff that we're used to seeing here. Read codes, all systems. Let's go ahead and do a check. And it's just gonna, I mean, it goes really quickly through these things. I'm impressed by that. I don't know if this car, I think we've already fixed this one for the day, so it probably doesn't have any codes currently to show, but let you see what it does and does not do. You can see it has engine, cruise, brake control, airbag, EPS, and transmission on this particular module. All right, so it's done, start to finish. It took maybe 60 seconds. We could view report. Of course, there's nothing going on here, but this gives you an overall report. If we had codes, it would be listed here. You would have your ability to go farther down. You can also take pictures. This thing does have cameras on it, so it's great if you're going to be keeping your customer database right on this tool. So let me go back here. We can go into individual modules if you want to. Data stream is also available as always with these cars, and it's fairly complete. I haven't had a lot of cars that I've worked on with this tool. I'm trying to get this out of the light. Hopefully y'all can see. I don't know about the lights from overhead. Hopefully y'all can see the completeness of what they offer here for these engine data, system data control. So I've not had any real PIDs that I was looking for that just didn't exist. All right, here we go. We can have our choices here. Click on each individual one. All right, and we'll go with that. And of course, you know, I don't have the computer or the car running right now, but pretty nice. And then you go back and you can also use those if you want to customize it. You can also get a graph out of that as well. I'm gonna go back out of here and show you some of the other cool features. The thing that, like, OTC gets forgotten at this point. We've gotten to a point in our time where there's so many aftermarket companies producing scan tools, and I'm not saying they're good or bad, I'm just saying it's the truth. so many scan tools from coming from overseas that this scan tool, which is a little more expensive than what you're going to buy from China, is probably, you know, kind of forgotten. It's a little bit more expensive. It's in between the cost of, say, you know, a tool truck scan tool and you know, an Amazon scan tool, but it has features that really set it aside from that, and I think it really is pro grade. I mean, in every way you can think of. Special tests, sometimes if it's, I don't know this car, but if we had maybe a VVT solenoid, we could activate it. Injectors usually you can turn on and off. There's a lot of stuff there, usually bi-directional controls that you're able to do, and so that's what we're getting into here. Yeah, AC compressor, relay, solenoids. You can see, and it's quite a bit on this car for an 07. That's a lot of stuff that you can turn on and turn off. So radiator fan relay, we could turn that on and start the radiator fan if we wanted to check to see if it was functional or if it was causing noise or problems. Right. Status command, let's see if we can turn it on here. There it goes. Okay, cool. All right, we'll finish that up. All right, so you get the idea there. Dealer check mode. I'm not sure what dealer check mode is, honestly. Yeah, not sure. Probably runs through every single thing that you can run through, I'd imagine. All right, so we have diagnostic information, and this is where things get kind of cool. So if I have a specific code, we have access to our code assist library. We have some video tutorials. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Some of these you won't see lit up only because we don't have a specific code. So let's go to direct hit, and this is my favorite part of this. It literally goes right out from your driver's seat off to Identifix, and we're able to work with Identifix. And I'll probably have to blur this out here with my login information, or the entire world will be using my personal Identifix account, but it's pretty awesome. And it also doesn't just go out onto the internet, but if you have a code, you can see it's already going to load up the car that we're looking at, 2007 Outback 2.5 basic, and I can go in there, and I don't know if you're all familiar with Identifix or direct hit, but I could pick a P0420 code, for instance, and it's going to give me, and I don't want to spend too much time on Identifix, but it's going to give me all the information I need to make proper diagnosis there, including wiring diagrams, hot fixes, TSBs. So if you've never used Identifix, holy cow, let me know and I'll make a video just on that. I should love to be a spokesman for these folks. This thing has changed and revolutionized how auto tech, how we work. I mean, it's literally changed the world. So right from the driver's seat, if you get a code, you can literally pop right out of there and okay, so that was direct hit or Identifix. Great program. If you're not familiar with it, let me know. I'll try to make something. But let's move on to Code Assist. Code Assist, a lot of scan tools have this now, and for good reason. This one takes a little bit further. It gives us the ability to get like most common fixes for a specific code. So for instance, P304, cylinder 4 misfire. And look what it's doing here. It's giving us top reported fixes, coils, spark plugs, wires, frequently reported fix, right? So it's giving us, like, without doing any research really, it's just giving us, hey, you want to throw a part at it? Probably want to throw a coil at it. You know, that's coil and some plugs, right? Which, if you're a mechanic and know Subarus, that's actually exactly correct. So sorry about that rocking and rolling behind me there. The wind is blowing today. So we'll back out of that as well. And we have symptom assist. So again, you can search by specific problems. So you know, what do we have going on? Let's see, automatic shifting problem, right? We go to that. Ooh, top reported fix, replace transmission. Yikes, right? So there's stuff like that. So you can go by code or you can go by symptoms. So if a customer's saying, I don't know, man, I got like my brakes smell like they're burning. Ooh, well, we got a brake hill holder valve that might be sticking on these cars. Really a neat thing for like quick diag. Now, depending on the car, there's other things that light up. Oil light reset procedures, which is becoming more and more needed. Location of components, always good. We have TSBs on a lot of these. Some of these aren't highlighted on this particular car, but brake bleeding procedures, pinouts, I mean, you name it. Lots of stuff. Even does key programming, because remember, this is a programmable unit. So a lot of cool stuff there. I'm going to back out because there's even more stuff. Automated system tests, you betcha. Some of that stuff, it'll just literally go through it, right? Now, I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste all the time, but it'll go through and do a lot of system tests and let you know, hey, I've run you know, I've run the EVAD test even though I wasn't really in the command state to do so, and here's what I found. So that's really cool. Yeah, so it give you pass fail. It's really just, you know, really just awesome stuff. And again, like, so many people don't realize the OTC Evolve really even exists. So I love the fact that we were able to get our hands on one of these tools and bought this thing new, and it came with a yearly subscription. Subscriptions for these things less than $800 a year, which is about the going rate, and really get good value because it's not a yearly update or even a quarterly update. They're straight up give you monthly updates on these things. So we can do some special, you know, resets here, steering angle sensor. I'm going to cancel this because I don't want to go into this stuff, but maintenance test, we can do brake, you know, if you're going to do electronic rear parking brakes, there you would go into that. We have our generic OBD2 access there. We can save and record live data on a test drive if we need to. System wiring diagrams, yeah, it's built right into this thing. It's so nice, man. Right from Bosch, wiring diagrams for not every single car, but for a lot of them, it's right there. And we got our data bus lines, anti-theft. And let's go into AC, just to show you real quick pictures. So you have your zoom, and I mean, full color. This, I mean, there are not a lot of tools that I've played with over the years that are professional or non-professional that offer this at the touch of a finger. I mean, I don't have to, I can have this thing leaning up right against the car and do my work that way. So really nice features to have here, right? And you can zoom in or zoom out. Just cool, and hit the X to back out of that. I've used that actually quite a bit. Also has a built-in browser, and it's Firefox. So I've got the ability to go in here. I've got Napa already set up for our company. We order all our parts through Napa Pro. So I can order stuff without even going into the office. I can just order it right from there. Identifix, Mitchell, all data. I've never used Auto Data. I have used MotoLogic, although not a whole lot. And then we also have this, and check this out. Like, we don't sign up for any of this because I have these programs on our shop PC, but OEM, like, if you want to do downloads for cars, if you want to reprogram stuff, yeah, you go in right through it. And so you can go in, there's even Volvo, Toyota. This will bring me to TIS, right? Oh, yeah, I understand the risks, right? Yeah, if I can. There we go. It's TIS, T-I-S, right? Tech Info. So I could log into this and get access to OEM, and I'll do a video on this because I do have this on our system. We do a lot of Toyota Lexus work here, so just incredible stuff. All available, all instantaneous when you go into this system. And I think there's so many scan tools out there that are lacking this. I mean, we have Snap-on and Mako tools that I've used. They don't have access to this stuff because they're proprietary. You know, they want you to use their software. OTC and Bosch, having given you their own software, but having that instant touch, paper, you know, be able to link to it in their website. So if you need to do a download, you're there, man. And so we use this a lot. It is so cool, so convenient. And I'm not getting paid a penny by OTC or Bosch. I'd love to work with them in the future. I did a bunch of videos independently on the Genesis, and I think highly of their products. You know, the Genesis is a 21-year-old piece of machinery that's still useful to this day. And although it's no longer updated, it still shows how well they build their products, that so many of them are still in use by techs around the country. So just awesome. I'm just rolling through some of the many companies that are available here, but you'll see the wide, I mean, literally brings it right up. You subscribe to these things and you're good to go. Lastly here, I'm going back to browser here just one more time. I'm going to go in. Tech communities as well, although one of these is gone. IATN is no more. They kind of merged with Identifix. I've never used them, but I used to use IATN quite a bit back in the day. And on top of that, right, if I want to just go to someplace, I don't know, maybe I want to go to YouTube, I can go to YouTube here and look up, you know, how to do a job right from my scan tool. That sets this thing apart, you know, and I just really feel like people don't realize that this tool exists or don't realize what this tool can do for you. The touchscreen is great. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and if you want to back out of it and get into the Android, it's not hidden. So many scan tools have an Android background, but they don't really want you in it. And I had OTC Genesis Touch, which was not a great product. I'll be willing to admit that it wasn't anywhere near as good as this Evolve, but it also allowed you to kind of get into the background, which was a Windows 7 computer. This being an Android, so much faster, so nice. So yeah, that's it. If you have questions about this product, let me know. I'm not an expert, but I can tell you that we've been using this for about 3 years now, and I love it. I mean, I really love it. You know, I got rid of the Snap-on that we had, which was Verus Pro, and we replaced it with an Autel DS908 and this. And the DS908 is pretty cool on Asian stuff, but overall, all around, this is one heck of a tool. That's it for today, my friends. I'm Eric, the owner of Farpoint Farms. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it. And if you want to see more scan tool reviews, hang in there, because I'm going to be doing some more website-specific scan tool information, and also doing some mid-level scan tools here in the near future. So stick around. Take care.